Hi guys, happy Thursday. I was thinking about a lot of things as I'm cleaning today. I'm driving some donations over to Goodwill, finished up some stuff, and I was thinking about authenticity and truth and how we in the spiritual community can be doing more. And I realized we just have to share our stories in a meaningful way. And I think that one of the most meaningful ways that we can share our authentic selves is when things aren't all happy and bright and shiny. I'm relatively a perpetually happy person. I really don't have much to complain about, but when I do have things to complain about, I think that something that I can do that is meaningful in a spiritual way is to talk about how I'm coping and how I am successfully managing stress or frustration or anger in a way that is healthy and meaningful and helps me to resolve or just process emotions in whatever way to get me back to my perpetually happy self. And a lot of people don't like to hear other people complain, right? But I think we kind of need to complain as long as we follow that up with, how am I going to solve this? How am I going to deal with this in a way that isn't harmful to others, in a way that isn't defeatist to myself? Gracious. It's kind of like being a psychotherapist? I don't know. A psychotherapist to ourselves, okay? When we're frustrated, there are spiritual things we can do, sure. For a lot of people, that means prayer. For some people, that means journaling to get it out. For other people, it means a kitchen bitch session. To other people, it might mean calling your BFF or your mom or whoever, talking about it with your partner. There are a lot of ways that we deal with things, but there are certain things that we don't always talk about. For instance, people don't always talk about when relationships have troubles. And I think we need to. I really think we need to, so that when someone else is in a relationship and they're having similar problems, they can be like, well, so-and-so talked about, processing through these emotions and how they were going to resolve them in an open and authentic manner. Maybe I could use those skills, or maybe those techniques completely backfired. And that person shared that, hey, I tried praying, but it backfired because I realized that there was no action behind it. And so this wasn't actually going to resolve anything. I tried writing down my feelings, and that was great for me, but that didn't actually help change the situation at large. I talked to my partner, but maybe they didn't hear what I was actually having to say. They just heard me complaining about them never helping around the house, and they stopped listening before I actually got to the part where, whatever additional meaningful information was there. So we can see, it would be nice to see these techniques, whatever they are, and share those techniques. I think we need to get back to the whole community-based thing. We need to get back to talking about feelings. We need to get back to talking about common frustrations, whether that's dealing with a judgy mom, or, someone's frustrated with their job, someone's frustrated with life. I think we really need to start talking about these things, and we really need to start offering up viable solutions that people can use. And I don't mean that in a, hey, try my 10-step plan to everlasting happiness. I mean, hey, I tried these 2 things and one of them worked, they might work for you. Because we don't teach coping skills to kids. We don't teach coping skills to adults. And these are important and meaningful things to have as a human being. not even as a spiritual human being. As a human being, we need coping skills. And I think that we've really kind of lost touch with that reality. Usually these coping skills would be taught by parents, by friends, by seeing successes in other people's careers and relationships, by seeing other people work through their failures. But we don't really see that. We see the sensational. We see the sensational failures. We see the sensational successes, but we don't actually see all the work that led up to those successes. And so it's not always as meaningful and authentic as it could be. So we really need to be talking more about feelings, because it also gives other people permission to talk about their feelings. We need to give them that strength and that power and that freedom to be truthful with themselves, to be truthful with other people. And I really think that's the spiritual revolution that I want to back. I don't know how to necessarily frame that in a spiritual sense, other than it really is empowerment for other people and to help other people who might be struggling. I think so many people are, I don't want to say subsisting, I think so many people are being called to addictions because they don't have healthy ways of dealing with things, and they feel ashamed or embarrassed to ask for help in doing the difficult emotional and shadow work that comes along with life and with problems. And I really want to empower people to speak out about things. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope that you get it. If this, speaks to you, speak out. Start now. We'll have to find a hashtag or a theme or something to go along with that. Because I don't want to knock anybody out of the realm. But authentic truth, empowering others to speak out about their problems. And it's not complaining if you have a resolution, if you have a course of action, if you have a follow-up. Complaining to complain feels good sometimes. It does. Just get it off, get it out of your brain. But following it up with a plan for resolution will help somebody else at some point. We don't know when. We don't know. And so to be able to pass that on is a gift to the future. Maybe we'll call it our gossip channel or something. I don't know. But it's not really gossip. We'll find something catchy. I'll sleep on it. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. We're almost to Halloween. Speaking of shadow work, if you have not been shot through the heart, stabbed a few times, pulled apart, been chewed on, if you haven't been hurt yet, hold your breath. Or keep rubbing your magic lamp, because it's been an interesting week. So I definitely look forward to what next week brings. We'll have to do some sort of special Halloween challenge. All right, I love you guys. Have a good one.